The South African National Defence Force troops have started arriving in the Western Cape from across the country. It's hoped their presence will help put an end to gang-related violence on the Cape Flats. Police Minister Becky Cele asked for the military intervention in crime hotspots. The Western Cape is in crisis, with over 2,000 people killed between November last year and May of this year. But will communities feel safer now that the SANDF is involved? ENCA's Nadine Theron is following the story for us this morning. Nadine joining us now live. Nadine, is there a military presence where you are this morning?
No, there's no military presence yet. We know the army has arrived. We've seen the vehicles coming in on the N7 yesterday. We've seen them gather at some military bases, but they have not started patrolling the Cape Flats yet. Residents from Manenberg to Philippi East to Hanover Park to Mitchell's Plain are disappointed they haven't seen the military forces patrolling the areas yet. But there has been a very serious police clampdown last night. The police presence made the residents feel safer. Some residents say that it was quiet last night. Other residents say that there was still shooting that could be here in Hanover Park last night. Everyone just wants to know, when are the military forces coming in? They've been waiting for them for years now.
And Nadine, as the people there wait for the arrival of the SANDF, what are they hoping that their presence is going to achieve that previous safety and security operations have been unable to do in these areas that are battling with gangsterism?
Well, some people say that if the police operate the way they did last night, if they operate like that every night, then the situation would be much more manageable. They would be happy if only the police would focus and clamp down on the area as much as they did last night. But what they hope the military will bring is that their children could just walk down the streets, and that they will feel safe taking their children to school, that people will feel safe going to work. One resident here said that the sad part is that many children are so desensitized to their shootings that they don't even fall flat to the floor when they hear gunshots. In fact, they run to the scene to see what has happened. So they are very concerned for their children. They just want to live like normal people. They just want to feel safe and not fear getting caught up in the crossfire of gang shootings at any given time.
With that in mind then, Nadine, the military were expecting, or were told at least, that is going to be in these areas in Cape Town for about 3 months or so. Do residents think that is enough time to deal with a problem that has carried on for decades?
No, I spoke to a community leader from Philippi East, which we know is one of the worst areas, one of the hot spots, and he says it won't be enough for them just to stay for 3 months. You can't undo years of damage. The gang issue is very deeply entrenched, and police, even the anti-gang unit, has been trying to fight it. So that he wants the military to stay here. The community leader says that he wants them not to leave, to stay here and protect them for as long as they can.
Nadine, are people there speaking at all about the concerns that have been flagged, I suppose, by the NGOs and social justice organizations that are worried that the presence of the military could exacerbate just the extent of violence in these communities?
They're not worried about it. I expected more negative responses, and we've been speaking to a lot of residents from different areas, and I haven't heard one negative response. Everyone is welcoming the military. They want them here. They are not worried about the negative consequences. In fact, one lady said she wants them to park right in front of her house. That's how unsafe they feel. They're not worried about the negative potential consequences.
All right, Nadine Theron, for now, thank you. We'll continue to track that army deployment story throughout the weekend here.